Hello, everybody. Welcome. We are so excited for you to be here today. Please put in the chat where you are joining from so we can know where in the world you're all here from today. I am joining from Squamish, BC, Canada. And I'm also going to start a poll that you can fill out. There's no wrong answer when you join. How big is your total audience? So please put in the chat where you are joining from, as well as how big is your total audience size? Chat is disabled. I thought I turned that on. I'll fix that right now. Everyone and everyone. Okay. Chat should be good to go now. Thank you to most people who let me know. Amazing. We got Germany, Texas, London, UK, New York, rainy hurricane Florida. Oh no. Toronto, New Mexico, Spain, Wisconsin. Okay. So many. Please, as you're joining, put in your location, fill out that poll for us. And we are going to get started in just a couple minutes. We're just sorting some things out on the back end with our amazing guest for today. Okay, Danie, I'm going to make you the host, so you should be able to turn on your screen and come join me up here on the stage now. Okay, Hungary, Brazil, California, Colorado.
Hello.
There you are. Amazing.
Woo-hoo.
Welcome. You are here.
Hi, everyone. So sorry for the technical difficulties.
No, we are good. So we're just putting in the chat where everyone is joining from. Danie, we've got a really global crew here for you. Brazil, Hungary. Alora is excited to hear you speak.
Yes.
Turkey, Canadian and Ecuador. Nice. Wisconsin, Spain, New York. Amazing. And then we also have a poll going. So how big is your total audience size?
Oh, yeah. Let's see.
Now, Danie, I'm going to see what happens if I go back to host, because I'm going to need to put on these polls for us.
Sure. Yeah, that sounds great.
Let's hopefully we don't lose you.
I think we're good. Okay.
People are still voting, so we'll leave that going for another second or so, and then I will put in the results. So as you're joining, you're putting in the chat where in the world you're joining from. Global crew so far. France, Washington, I see you. Welcome, Carla. Welcome, Haley. Please let us know your total audience size. There's no wrong answer. Danie is going to show us how to make money in our sleep, no matter the size of our audience. So you're in good hands.
Yes, great to see you, Christy. Hey, Laura.
Hey, we are going to get started because I know we're starting a couple minutes over. So I am Sam. I am your host for today. When I am not getting to moderate SafetyWing events and webinars, I have my own podcast and online community called The Freedom Lifestyle. And this is where I help other people leverage flexible work to create schedule freedom, financial freedom, and of course, location freedom, which means I am so excited for today's session because this topic is so relevant to me and you're going to get so much value as well. So I'm so excited that we have Danie J here, who is a video expert, a YouTube coach. Danie got her start on YouTube as an online English teacher when she was traveling the world. And now she helps other people harness its power to build their brands and grow impactful income generating communities. Danie, your motto is start scared and stay weird.
Yes.
I love it. Danie loves to travel, loves spending time with family. She's been living in Vietnam for the past 3 years. And her latest passion project is interviewing older and more wise women about what they've learned in their lifetime to share those stories and advice with others. But today, Danie's going to share that advice with us about how we can make money in our sleep. We have a Q&A already set up. So if she's going through a presentation today and you might have some questions, we have reserved some time at the end for Q&A. So definitely put those questions in there. And after the presentation, I'll come back on and we'll do a little fireside chat where we have Danie answer your most burning questions. So definitely use that chat. And if you don't know, this webinar is empowered today by SafetyWing. I'm going to take a leap here and imagine that, most of you are working remotely in some capacity now, taking advantage of that nomadic lifestyle that remote work offers. And so with all of you in mind, SafetyWing is creating a suite of products to protect us with a vision of building a global social safety net. And so how do we do that? Well, at SafetyWing, we want to be your home country on the internet. So we're here to remove the geographical barriers to equal opportunities and freedom for everyone. Our first product is what you might know us for, Nomad Insurance. It protects you with affordable health and medical coverage whenever you're working outside of your home country. It's just like a subscription, automatic payments, and so long-term travel is a breeze, but there are many other products currently in the works. So again, put those Q&A in the box and we'll be watching them. Danie, are you ready to go? I'm going to let you share screen and get started.
Ready.
Amazing.
Thanks so much, Sam.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. And can you hear me okay? Is my audio still
you
a little?
You sound great. You look great.
Wonderful. Okay. Perfect.
You start the webinar and then it would magically solve itself. So thank you.
It still says that I need it. Screen sharing is disabled.
Okay, let's see.
And then I'll be able to share these beautiful. There we go. Perfect. Da, da, da. Okay. Can everyone see these slides? Okay. Are we looking good?
We are looking so good.
All right. So,
and Danie, set me a couple polls. So I'm going to end the first one so we can see where you're at so you can know who you're working with. This is our results. Almost half of you have a 100 to 1,000 size audience. So this is what you're working with. We got a few people with over 10K. We got some people with less than 100. So that's who you are talking to, Danie. And then I know you have 2 other polls, so I'll be ready to put them on when it gets to that slide. Okay.
Okay. Perfect. Thanks so much, Sam.
Amazing.
All right. Well, let's dive into make money sleeping, how to leverage affiliate links with a small following. So that's super helpful with that stat of knowing a lot of you now today have around, maybe a little bit of a smaller following. Guess what? No worries. Honestly, you can be even more strategic about it with a small following. So that's the good news. Yes. So let's get into it. Sorry, we started a little late. We're going to go over all these things. I promise you today is going to be crazy value and you're going to take away really and have a good understanding of how to use affiliate links very strategically in your business to grow that passive income, right? We're all about that passive income life. So I'm going to go into affiliate links 101, affiliate marketing, and then we'll talk about the 4 techniques that I've used these past few years to really generate loads of passive income through video. And we can get to the Q&A later on about specific types of video, but really all video this can apply to, not even just YouTube, though a lot of my examples are going to be specific to it. You're also going to learn the 3 secrets to getting on video and feeling confident and standing out. And that's the big thing, right? A lot of people are online. How do we stand out even with a small following? It's much easier than you think. So let's dive in. Now, I've got a poll here for Sam. How many affiliate links do you currently have? So we know audiences. I'd love to know. You've got like 0. That's totally fine. 1 to 2, 3 to 4, 5+. Let me know, what kind of affiliate links do you currently have? Cool. Yeah. And if you can type it in the chat box too, but fill out that poll. And then also you can put it in the panel box or chat box as well. So I can give a little sneak peek. All right. So while you're filling that out, and once you have, thank you so much. I would like you to answer these questions for me. Number 1, are you on social media? You can answer these in your head. All right. Like, do you have products in your life that you love that others would love too? Wonderful. Do you have an opinion? Oh, hopefully all the answers to these were yes, right? So congratulations. You have what it takes to build reoccurring passive income streams with affiliate links. Yes. Awesome, Tabitha. Yes, we know this is so doable. Okay. So before we get into all these things, Sam already talked a little bit about me. I am Danie. I am a sing talker. Sorry in advance. that may happen during our chat today. Digital nomad, my next trip is Portugal. So if anybody's been, like, send me some tips, please and thank you. I'm a whale saver, saved a killer whale once. That's the coolest thing I've ever done. I'm a wannabe surfer, thrift shop enthusiast, serial entrepreneur, and a cat hater. That one always gets me because all my clients really love cats, but they are not to be trusted, right? Anybody? On YouTube, I have over 1 million channel views. I've got 5 streams of revenue from YouTube alone, and included in one of those 5 streams is affiliate links. And I have 10 solid affiliate links from my different videos that build passive income every single month. So really awesome. I've got a stream of clients from my channel. And more importantly, I've helped thousands of teachers and entrepreneurs build scalable brands and really harness the power of video. But I did not always have it figured out. Okay. 3.5 years ago, I started my first business, and I started a YouTube channel to help build an affiliate business for English as a second language company. So maybe some of you here today know me from back in the day. It's Teacher Danielle. Let me know if you do in the comments. I had no clue what I was doing, but I'd seen other people build these successful channels. So I knew I could do it, and I started bad. Who here needs to start bad? Like, I know you're behind the screen, like, raise your hand if you need to start bad. Look at me right here. I got my little panda puppet. Okay. If I can start with the panda puppet, you can start too, without one. Okay. Or with one. But if I can get to where I am now today with panda puppets in the beginning, anything is possible. I'm telling you right now. Now, flash forward, I learned everything I could about YouTube algorithm, video strategy, and I became the highest ranking channel in my niche in YouTube search engine. And I also became the top affiliate and referrer sales of the English company that I worked for. And this is all, keep in mind, with a really small following. So if I can do it, you can do it too. And I'm so excited to share that strategy with you and for you to start building up that passive income. Whoop, whoop. And these are photos here of examples of how my channel was showing up in that first top 3 to top 20 videos in the search engine. And usually my videos were showing up more than others, right? You wanted to dominate, we call it dominating the search engine. And I'll never forget about a year ago, I only had 4,000 subscribers on YouTube, and I made $4,000 in passive income, mainly from affiliate links. So it can be something super powerful. Now, why stay to the end? Your name's going to be put in a lottery to win a giveaway where you and I will get to meet for an hour and really brainstorm some really awesome content for you, no matter where you're at in your business right now. So 2 people will win that. So be sure to stick with us because it's going to be super awesome and fun. These are like, those sessions are my favorite, and you'll get to win one of those potentially if you stay to the end. 2 people. Woo. All right. So let's dive in now. Let's talk affiliate links. Okay. What are affiliate links? If you don't know the basics of it, I'm sure many of us do, but it's when a company will allow individuals or even companies to recommend products to their following, and then exchange, you make a cut of it, right? So most companies will pay about 5 to 30% of sales through these unique links that they give out. So some, like we know Amazon affiliates, they don't pay as good, but it's a great one to get started in. Other companies like SafetyWing, they pay 10%. There's some that even pay 30%. It just really depends. And we'll get into talking about how to figure out what companies are best in a little bit. Now, how do you become an affiliate? This is a question I get asked a lot. How do I become an affiliate or an ambassador or a referrer for a company? All those words are very interchangeable. You'll see that SafetyWing, they have an ambassador program. And it's the same thing like affiliate marketing, where you sign up for their ambassador program and then you promote the product and you make a cut of the sales. And so usually companies will always list if they have an ambassador affiliate referral program at the bottom of their website. So that's always the first place to look. So we'll brainstorm the companies that you want to be reaching out to after today's call. And then you can go ahead and you can try and apply usually on their website. And if you don't see it, you can always send them an email and say you're interested in applying, and they'll send you in the right direction. Now, what are the requirements to be an affiliate? It really depends. Some companies, there's no requirement on how many followers you have. It's more of, can you get a couple sales in the first month or 2? So don't feel like even if you have a small following, it's not worth applying. It's so worth applying. Now more than ever, companies are really looking to work with micro influencers. And so mega influencers, they're okay, but honestly, their engagement is quite low. For us, with maybe you have a smaller community, even of, let's say, anywhere from like 100 to 500 followers, that's great. Those people are probably really invested in you. If you're getting on stories a lot, or if you're showing up and creating content, the people following you, they trust you. You have this community, and companies like to see that. They want people promoting their products that they know have these tight-knit communities where people are actually going to buy. So micro influencers are taking over. This is a really good thing for all of us, building that like, no trust for better recommendations. All right. So let's dive in now to the 4 best practice techniques to really generate like loads of passive income and be building up our passive income streams through affiliate marketing. Now, number 1 best practice, you've got to pick the right companies. So I want you to, if you have a notebook out or something to type in, I'd love you to write down and think, kind of brainstorm some of these things, right? What products do you currently use in your business that your ideal audience would benefit from? So think of some. You could put them in your notes on your phone. What are some of those products that people would benefit from that you use right now that you really love? And then another question I want you to think about is, what products did you compare when deciding on what products you were going to use in your business? What did you search for? Right? So, and we'll get into some of this later. I'm going to give you examples, but for me, I really was trying to decide between, when I was looking at my online course platform, between Teachable and Kajabi. That was a question that I thought, oh, like, which one should I go with? And I even ended up making a video on that, and it did super well, made me a lot of affiliate income because that was a question I had, and so other people had it too. I'm not alone. So the questions and the comparisons that you think you're making, other people in your niche are probably making too. That could make a great YouTube short, a great YouTube video, a great reel, a great TikTok. So these are things that I want you to be thinking about the next week. Now, in picking the right companies, I also want you to follow this nice little checklist that we have here. I want you to ask, and if it doesn't check all these boxes, it probably is not a company you want to be an affiliate for, okay? Is this something you actually love and use? Yes, cool. Does this align with your ideal client? Awesome. It's got to align with the ideal client. Is this something my ideal client is searching for? Because it could be something that aligns with them, but it might be something that like they don't even think that they want. So it's got to be something that they at least are wanting and they feel would be really valuable to them. And then is it something that they would benefit from, which goes along with that as well. Okay. So if it checks all those boxes, dun, 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 very good. We have a good affiliate company to potentially partner with. Now that you've figured out, okay, this is a good company, you got to go to their website now and see like, well, what's the payout? Do they even have an affiliate program? Is it solid? Is it going to be worth it for me to make the videos? And that's a question you got to ask yourself. Like, is it worth my time to share about this product? Because you could be making videos that are serving your own business. So you want to make sure first that, okay, if I create a video, it's going to serve me and it'll serve me over time. And it's not, I'm not having a low return of investment of my time. So you want to see what's the percentage. If the percentage is really low, it may not be worth it. And so it may be something you just kind of put in your description or you have as a link on your website. But if it is a higher payout and you know you could really build up some passive income, then awesome. I would put it into and plan some content that's going to hit on that company with that specific link after you've applied. Now, also something I think is really helpful to think about is looking at which company pays more. So if you have 2 companies you're trying to decide between of a product that you really like, look at their affiliate program and see which one pays higher. Like I would go with that one. Because if they're very similar anyway, you want to go with one with a higher affiliate payout because it is a win-win for you and for that company, right? So that's another strategic thing that I want you to think about instead of just going with the cheaper product that's maybe even, doesn't work as good, but it's worth it for you for trying to save some money. Like go with the higher end thing if you know that it's going to be worth it in the end to recommend it and it's a higher quality anyway. You know what I'm saying? See that? Okay. So these are things to think about as well. Now, best practice number 2 is keep it super duper real. Okay. You can see some examples I have of videos where you got to keep it real. So back in my old niche of ESL, English as a second language, I made this video talking about a specific company's policy that I hated. And it was a company that I was an affiliate for, a referral for. And I talk about how I'd gotten I'd gotten almost like in trouble with the company, and I'm really open about it. And I talk about why I didn't think it was good. That video built me so much trust in my niche. I had people like for years after that would reference that video talking about, oh, well, I remember when this happened and like that happened to me too. So you need to make sure you're sharing the bad with the good. It can't all be butterflies and rainbows. And that's in general in building a brand, right? If you're only sharing the good ever, people don't trust you. They're like, well, you got to keep it real. Okay. So that's very, very important. And you can even see here, teachable versus Kajabi. I'm promoting Kajabi. I love it, but I share things that I don't like about it initially in the beginning, because I'm building that trust of saying, no, it's not all good, but the good outweighs the bad. And so that's why I want you to start with the cons. When you make these videos, start with the cons, especially if you're comparing or you're talking about, is the product worth it? Maybe you do share like this. These are things that aren't so good. And honestly, that also is going to help your retention rate. And when I say retention rate, I mean, that's the length that someone's going to watch your video. Like sometimes if someone's addition something that's a little bit more, not say negative, but there's something that pulls us in. We're like, oh, what is it? Like, should I stay away from that? So if you can share something that maybe is going to pique interest and then dive into, but what are the pros after that? It's honestly helpful. It does more than one thing for you. It builds the retention, it builds trust, and keeps people watching, right? So just a little note there. I see far too many people get on to Instagram and YouTube and just share all of the good things about a product, and you're not realizing that you're really hurting yourself and your trust with your audience. Can I get an amen? Let's see it in the chat box. Okay. Now also with getting super real, you need to tell people that it's an affiliate link that you're pushing. Okay. So you want to reference your links often in these videos, especially if it's a YouTube video. So let's say it's when I say long form videos, I mean videos that are like longer than a minute, that aren't reels or TikToks or YouTube shorts. And so those, you want to reference your link a lot. Like, oh, by the way, if you are interested in this, I have a link that you can use up above or down below. It is a referral link. And if you want to help me out, if you want to use it, that's super helpful for me. And if not, no worries. See how even saying that, like, I have this link, you can use it. I'd appreciate if you did, it's super helpful, but you don't have to. It almost makes you want to use it more, right? Because again, you build that trust of being like, oh, well, they were transparent about it, and so I will use the link. So by putting light on the affiliate link, it actually makes people more likely to use it. So don't be shady about it. Feel free to tell people, and people don't mind it, especially when you're giving helpful content, sharing if that product's worth it or not, and sharing those pros and cons, right? So super helpful. Be open about it, and honesty builds that trust. Now, if it's a reel or it's YouTube short, a shorter video, you can always just share that it's an affiliate link at the end, or you can even share that in the description too, if it's really short. Now, best practice number 3 is niche it down. Okay. We have got to get specific on the content that we are creating. So create videos that you know can show up in YouTube's search engine, and TikTok, really cool, is also becoming really searchable. Now their goal is to make it more of a search engine. And so we want to make videos that are very specific. So let's say we're going along with this example of Kajabi. I'm going to say Kajabi review. Well, that's pretty basic. A lot of people who use Kajabi may be putting out videos that say Kajabi review. But if I have a video that's a much more specific question, like teachable versus Kajabi, that's more niche, and I'm more likely to show up in any search engine by doing that, in TikTok search engine and YouTube search engine. So in the beginning, as a smaller creator, you want to make sure you're answering the more niche questions. That's really going to help you. Okay. So we can do some that are reviews, and we'll talk about that. But if you can think of what are the like specific questions and comparisons I was making in my search, that will be really helpful in knowing what kind of content to create that's a little bit more specific. Now, you want to use long tail keywords. You probably definitely heard me talk about long tail keywords. So a keyword would be like affiliate links. A long tail keyword, there are longer phrases that someone would actually type into search in order to find something. So a long tail keyword could be how to make money from affiliate links in 2022. See how that's way more specific and niche down, and it still has to do with affiliate links. Again, you'd be way more likely to show up and have your video be seen if you use something like that as a title, rather than just like top how to make money with affiliate links. Adding in something that's longer that you know someone could actually type in is gold. All right. Long tail keywords. Thank you. Now, here's an example. I have a video here. Notice that this video here, best camera for video conferencing and online teaching, and then I have Logitech C920 versus C922. I'm doing a lot of things here. It's not just best camera or even like best video conferencing camera. I'm getting specific. This is the best camera for video conferencing and online teaching. And then from there also, I'm comparing two cameras within it. And so I have that in the title as well. So like there's like a couple of different niches going on in this. So make sure that you niche down if you can, get specific. Also, just like a little pro tip here, whenever you're doing these reviews and you can do a thumbnail of any sort, or let's say you can like have your reel cover in a certain area or your YouTube short cover, try and show what you're talking about. Like here we have a thumbnail and I've got the video, we've even got the comparison, the side by side. Thumbnails that do the best, that get the most clicks, are ones that, first off, that you got to have your face, but also you want to show what's the product that you're talking about. Okay, so don't forget to always show the product that you're talking about within the graphic. Cool. Now, here's some resources to help you find long tail keywords. If you're like, okay, Danie, like that's cool, I've got some ideas, but how do I find more ideas? These are my favorite tools to use. I love using Keywords Everywhere, Answer the Public, TubeBuddy, Google, and YouTube Search. Take a screenshot of this page if you need to. And we'll look at these a little bit as well. Okay, did everybody a little screenshot in there? Awesome. Yeah, Laura said, apparently Gen Z goes to TikTok before Google to search for things nowadays. What's really cool is that's why I recommend repurposing content. When you make these, you should be, if you are making a YouTube short, you can also repurpose it and put it on TikTok as well. I think TikTok is really trying to now be more like YouTube, where it's this big search engine, how a lot of, where millennials use YouTube way more. I still think nothing beats long form video where, if you're really wanting to learn how to like change a tire, where are you going to go? Probably YouTube, where you can pause and play really easily and see things on a bigger screen. Now, going back to these long tail keywords, this is Answer the Public. So I want to give you an example of how to find some. So I typed in here SafetyWing into Answer the Public, and Answer the Public is just a website. Just be careful because you only got 2 free searches a day. So be really strategic about what free searches that you want to use. But when I typed in SafetyWing, you want to then see like, what are the common questions? And it's going to show you all the common questions that people are asking with that term. And so when I looked at this, I saw that I should definitely make a video comparing SafetyWing versus Digital Nomads and SafetyWing versus Heymondo. And if I don't know a lot about those other companies, then I would do my research and I would try and make a really compelling argument for both companies. And then in the end, explain which one I would pick in the end, right? And so if I know that that's something being commonly typed in, then I can make some content based off of that. So you could go after this and play around with Answer the Public. And again, keep it a little bit more broad for this, and it's going to show you all those most commonly asked questions. Super cool, right? Yeah, it's really fun. Now, I also recommend getting video ideas by just going to YouTube and typing in the name of the product you want to recommend, and then seeing what are the recommendations that go below it. Okay. So again, like we see, if we type in SafetyWing versus World Nomads, which is what we saw in Answer the Public, that was also a common question. So that's something that I know I would definitely want to make a video on to promote SafetyWing, because it's one of the most common questions. And it's, again, pretty niche. And you see the numbers here on the side. That's because I'm using Keywords Everywhere. So Keywords Everywhere will show up in Google, it'll show up on YouTube, and it'll show you how often people are searching these phrases, and you can get an idea of if it's worth pursuing. Sometimes I think the numbers are like a little bit off, but I'll always go with it. Kind of what are the top videos that I see, and I run with it. And Keywords Everywhere will also, when you use it on Google, show you a bunch of different long tail keywords that it recommends as well. So you can download it as a plugin and play around with it. It's super easy. And there's loads of videos on YouTube that explain how to use it. Definitely recommend. Now, another way of getting ideas for making affiliate videos is then seeing what's working already in YouTube. So typing in just SafetyWing and seeing what are the top videos, typing in SafetyWing onto Instagram and seeing what are the top reels, what are the top things that pop up, what's working right now, what's converting well, and then getting some ideas from that in terms of just though I'm looking at titles and thumbnails. I'm not actually wanting to look at the content in it necessarily, and we'll get into why in a little bit. So you can look and see what are the titles of these top videos and what things do they have in common. And that's really going to help you understand what people are wanting and what people are searching about those products. All right. Now, what types of affiliate content work best in general? I want to give you some examples to make it even more clear for you to really hone in on this. All right. So I am going to screen share with you different types of affiliate content. So we have how-to videos and comparisons, general reviews, what I wish I'd known, which is a big trend, and different vlogs. So I'm going to take you through, I'm going to switch my screen share really quick and let me know. Can you see my new screen now? We're good. Even though the search volume is only 110. Yes. So Samantha, sometimes those, sometimes the numbers on keywords everywhere, like I said, they're not always correct. Like for me, I used to be in a tiny niche of in the ESL world. And even if the numbers were like, said they were 0, that's not true. So don't worry. You don't have to necessarily follow all of those numbers, and you can change. We're really looking to see like what the long tail keywords are. And that's what I mainly use it for. Okay. So don't worry too much about the numbers. Look and see what are the top and repeating phrases. Okay. Yeah, no worries about that. The numbers can be strange. I get that question a lot. Now let's talk about how-to videos. So something cool, you think, okay, well, these affiliate videos need to just be like about a product. Actually, they could be how-to videos where you're explaining how to do something within a product. So one of my best affiliate links that makes me some good reoccurring revenue every single month is Canva. And so here you can see how to make an animated YouTube intro and outro fast and free in Canva. So I knew that that was something that people were searching up. And so not only am I teaching people how to do this, but then I'm also the first thing you see linked here is my affiliate link to it. So people can learn how to use the product, and also then they'll start using Canva with my link. Okay, so think about, are there products where you could do a how-to video that explains how to use a product and also promotes the product at the same time? See what see how you can do that there? Pretty cool. All right. The next is comparison videos. Comparison videos do wonderful because, again, most people when they're buying things are comparing which product is better. So you can see here, I've got a video, Kajabi versus Teachable in 2022, add on the year. Again, that makes it a little bit more specific. So these do really well. And again, then in the description, I've got these two linked here. You always want to have it linked. Then we have just overall reviews. So this video is a 1-month outscore review, pay, bookings, is it worth it? And so you can just do general reviews, but if I wanted to make this review stronger, I would probably again, like add in the year, and it is a bit more niche, right? Because I have the first month. So that's somebody interested in seeing like, not just an overall review, but it's a review of someone that's like new into it, right? Even that makes it a little bit more niche. Okay. So reviews can do well, and think of ways that you can make it a bit more specific. And the reason I got the idea for this affiliate video is because I saw other people doing well, and people were interested in their first month. So I said, oh, they like seeing somebody's first month. I've seen other creators doing it and do well. I should make one as well after my first month. Then 10 things I wish I knew about before I bought. I don't know why, but people love this. Okay. So people love to know what are the things that you wish you knew about something before you bought something or before you tried something or yada, yada, yada. So I've seen people doing this, not just on YouTube, but on TikTok, on Reels as well. So this is a great idea when promoting products of any kind. And then lastly, you can add things into vlogs. So how I even got connected with SafetyWing is from a vlog of my YouTube channel. And I only talk about SafetyWing in this video for, I'd say like maybe 10 seconds. And I say a lot of my digital nomad friends recommended to me SafetyWing after I got sick without having travel insurance, digital nomad insurance. Yes, let's not talk about it. It's okay. I already have felt the shame. Never again. And then from it, you can see I have it linked here as well. I've got SafetyWing link, but that's another way. It doesn't have to be a full video. It can just be something you reference really quickly in a video if it relates to that video and you know your target audience would benefit from. And I know my target audience would benefit from learning about SafetyWing because I would have. And so it doesn't have to be a full video. It could even be like in a daily vlog, you know, these like little mini vlogs. They do pretty good on you want to optimize them, but they can do really well on even Instagram Reels, Shorts, all of these things. So these are the different ways we can think about creating videos. And one of the last ways as well is you can even go about, I've got a video where I'm just talking about my overall setup of my videos for as a digital nomad. And you can see here that I'm talking about all the things I reference are linked to my bio. So this video again is to pull people into potentially using my affiliate links and me being able to make some passive income. Awesome. Are we getting some ideas? Yes. Yes. Awesome. Okay. Yes. Awesome. So glad to hear it. So many ideas. I'm so happy to hear it. Let me go back to the former screen. Okay. Can we see the old slides again? All right. Let's move on. Now, along with that, you can screenshot this page as well. Here's some ideas of titles that can work really well. So if you want to remember them, and don't worry, we've got a little guidebook that I created for you that's going to go out that you'll get. But I would write some of these down, some titles that can work well for affiliate videos, or this versus that, or even this versus that versus that. Like sometimes there's three things people are trying to decide between. Is blank worth the money? What's the best camera under $50 for digital nomads? Why is this better than that? The best blank for blank, right? It's not just what's the best mic. It's what's the best mic for a digital nomad. What's the best mic for coaches? Is blank or blank better for, again, get specific, okay? You can do a year review or like a 1 month review of this in 2022, or we've got 2023 coming up, right? So you get in on those new reviews, okay? Cool. Make sure you've got that screenshot. Now, oh no, I'm so sorry, Chrissy. I know we've got some people in the evacuation right now. So prayers to everybody who is in Florida. Now, the next best practice for your affiliate links is to optimize and strategize, okay? The goal is to get people to use your links and look up and not go and look up the product on their own to buy it. If they look up the product on their own, then they didn't use your link, right? You're not in the system anymore where you're going to get paid for if they eventually buy. So how do you get people to use your link? Well, like we talked about a little bit already, you want to reference your links in your videos right away and make it seem like you're doing them a favor. So I know I talked about this, but it's like you want to say, be sure to use my link. It's really helpful for me if you do. If you don't want to, no worries. But if you do, super helpful for me. So be open about it. Okay. And then when creating a video, you want to promote your affiliate link as the first part of your video description. So notice here, I've got a video. This is my video on the 10 things I wish knew about Kajabi before I bought it. The first link is, hey, here's a free 30-day trial to Kajabi. And so a lot of these affiliate links will give you like maybe you can get your audience longer trial period, or you can get maybe a little discount. So that's always helpful. Promote that if you can, but that link should be really clear for people to be able to look and find it, right? So we're referencing the links and we're saying where they are. You can find them in the description box. It's super helpful for me if you do, and putting them right away where people can see. So if it's, again, you've probably noticed in my, or maybe you didn't, but in my Canva tutorial for the intro outro, the first thing I have linked is a link to, hey, here you can make your outro in Canva here, and it's my link. Okay, so be sure you're putting that out as the first thing for people to see. And then if you are on YouTube as well, pin a comment that links to the affiliate product. So you can see here on my video that's comparing video cameras, I link and I pinned in the comments. The first thing people see when they go to the comments are links to those two videos I'm talking about. It's super easy to be able to link comments. If you don't know how to do it, you can easily Google that and find out, but just click the three little buttons on the side. You can also pin comments as well on your Instagram Reels, and that you can have the first part of your even description there be the link to all these products is in my bio. So we always want to make it very obvious for people. Now, this is like a golden tip that I have learned over time. It seems so obvious, but most people don't think about doing this, okay? When people ask you for the name of a product, people are like, hey, Danie, what is that camera that you use again? I love it so much. Instead of being like, oh, it's the Sony ZV-1. No, I want you to say, oh, here's the link to it. Because then they're not just going to go and look up the name of the product that you just gave them. They're going to use the link to be able to know what product it was. See what, yeah. Okay. So that's the secret sauce. So what's camera is that? I'll send you the link. Okay. That's the best way to respond, especially to, let's say on Instagram Reels or Instagram posts, people say, what's that? What top is that? Maybe you're promoting some outfits and you're on Amazon fashion affiliates. Then you'd say, oh, I'll send you the link. Or it's linked in my bio, because other people are going to be reading that and they're going to go, oh, either I want the link too, or they're going to say, oh, she said it's in her bio, and they're going to go to your bio and find it. How many of you have done that before? I know, at least for me, like I have to unfollow fashion accounts because I'll like their clothes and then I'll go into the link, and sooner, like, I'm supposed to be doing my work and 15 minutes later, I've realized I've been shopping. So whoopsies, but that's the power. They do that on purpose, where they're not saying the names of all the products. They do that because if you said all the names, you just go and look it up yourself. It takes a little extra work to go and click on the link. So that's how they get people to do it. Now, I recommend having a link tree with all of your products linked somewhere. So link tree, or I don't know if anybody else wants to share in the comments what kind of link that they use. You can use a Canva link that you create. I've got a tutorial on my YouTube how to do that. But there's a lot of other popular sites where you can have your links listed. So make sure you have your affiliate links listed there, especially the ones that you're referencing a lot, and it's clear where they are. Now, a little bonus best practice for you is that nobody cares about you. I know, dun, dun, dun. But that's really important to keep in mind when you're creating content. No one cares that you like a product. They care if they should buy the products themselves, right? So you always have to have your videos serve your audience. So it's not like this viral TikTok product is it worth it? Is this viral TikTok product actually worth your money, right? You always want to turn things to make it seem what's in it for your audience. Okay. This is the reason I switched from blank to blank, and you should too, right? Even when you're talking about how you switch from something, you're flipping it on its head and saying, but you also should, and here's why. So it really pulls people in. Always make it about how it can help your target audience. Awesome. Now, if you have any questions about any of what I just went over, we can go over that at the end. And so we're going to now talk about how to stand out. Woo, woo. Now, I would love to know, how do you currently feel about showing up on video or just on social media in general? Okay. So if Sam could do a poll now, A, too uncomfortable to post anything. B, I'll post some watered down content. Maybe it doesn't feel like fully like you. You're still feeling a little afraid, but you're putting stuff out there. C, I feel somewhat confident. Or D, I feel super duper confident. Dancing emoji. Duh. Okay. I would love to know, how do you feel? Cool. Is there a way too that we are able to see? Maybe I can't see it just because I'm screen sharing, but I can't see the answers to the polls. Or maybe if I click polls, do we see all the answers to things?
Yeah, so the poll's happening right now. It looks like 70% of people have filled it out. Let's give it one more second, and then I will end the poll and share the results.
Oh, perfect.
Come on, drum roll.
Da, 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 da.
All right, I'm going to end the poll and share the results for you here. Do you see that, Danie?
Yes. Awesome. Okay. So we have good. Well, we've got most people are like feeling pretty confident in posting. We've got about, let's see, we've got 68. I can do math. 68% of people said that I post some watered down content, or I feel somewhat confident. So that's really great. We want 100% of people to be like, I feel super, super confident. Okay. So, May, yes, May, go follow. May is an example of being yourself online. And that's really what we're going to dive into today. Now, you have something helpful to share right now. You have something so helpful to share, and your ability to help others needs to be greater than your fear of judgment. I know showing up as your full self is literally the most scary thing that you can do. I know, because I'll never forget the first time I really started to show up as myself. It felt so scary. It was something really stupid. It was me doing this weird dance, but there was something about it that I was like, oh, I know if people judge me, it hurts more because this is me. This isn't watered down me. This is me. But that's how you pull in your audience. And so you've got to say, I know that my ability to really be myself and shine and show that part of myself is going to allow me to help others better. And that's greater than my fear of judgment, and the fear of judgment by most people who I don't care about their opinion anyway. Their life, I wouldn't care to emulate anyway. So we can't continue to let ourselves be bogged down by that fear of judgment. We've got to break free of it and say, I'm going to do it anyway, and start scared, right? Start scared, stay weird. How you can help needs to be greater than the fear of starting, because you can create a true butterfly effect that you never imagined as you put out more and more video. I promise you, it's the coolest thing ever. Everyone starts at zero. I literally started with the hand puppet. If I can do it, you can do it too, right? Okay, so start at zero. If you're not even putting out content yet, like today is the day to say, you know what, I'm going to put out something. I'm going to get on a story or whatever, and I'm going to give it a go, and I'll put myself out there a little bit, and you get better and better. But you can't get better if you don't start putting out more content. You can't have content that gets more and more authentic in you if you don't start showing up authentically, right? If it feels hard, if it feels scary, you're doing something right. And if everything right now feels like really easy, and you weren't in that person that said, I feel really confident, then that means you may be watering stuff down. It feels easy because you've been putting out this diluted part of yourself that's kind of just easy to share, right? I want you to feel like really confident and easy with that full authentic self out. Yes. Okay. So let's get into the 3 secrets to get your video content to stand out from the crowd. Now, number 1 is please be weirder. Be yourself. Everyone else is already taken, right? I love that saying. Your target audience is usually just you. Is usually just you 10 steps behind. So how do you expect it all to call in your target audience and speak to them or have them want to listen to your opinion on these affiliate link videos or your videos in general if you're not being yourself? Plot twist, they won't be able to find you, right? So you've got to show up as yourself, and your weird is going to look a lot more different than my weird and just your authentic self. But be yourself. My clients have been talking a lot about Marie Kondo lately because she's just like super soft spoken and she teaches people how to tidy things. She just said like, that is her shtick. That's her love and her passion. And she was nobody else but herself. And that's really what drew people into her. And so it doesn't have to look like, this crazy out there person. It could just be you being yourself, sharing your passions. And that's enough. That is enough to pull in your audience. So I want you to write down right now, what are the 3 things you really love about your favorite content creator? What are those things? You're like, oh, well, it's Danie. No, I'm just kidding. What are the 3 things? Like, think about what are the things you love about your favorite content creator? One of my favorite content creators is actually Bretman Rock. Anybody else? The reason that I love him is like, there's nobody else like him. He's so weird. He makes me laugh. And he makes me feel like I could be more myself. And so I love him. So like, what are the things that you love about your favorite content creator? I would love to know. Thank you, Amanda. Yes. A confidence, honesty, natural. Yes. Okay. So think of some words that you thought. Probably I would imagine a lot of the words you're using are maybe their authenticity. They're not afraid to be themselves. They're silly. They're fun. They're unique. They're relatable. Right? Yeah. True to self is what Yasmin just said. Exactly. So these are words that we're using for our favorite content creators. So we don't like usually cookie cutter people. So how can we show up cookie cutter and expect people to really like us? We can't, right? So I want you to think about I want you to look to your favorite content creators as showing that being yourself, even if it feels scary, is really what's going to pull in. That's that magnetic part of you that you're missing out on. Okay. So we need to pull that out more. You are already somebody's favorite. That's so cool. I love that. I was listening to one of my favorite content creators was also saying lately, she was talking about how like everybody is somebody's favorite. You are somebody's favorite. And, you need to think of that like, wow, I know that I have value to share. So and show what makes you unique. And that's really going to bring in your audience. Now, a big part of that is also innovate, don't imitate. Okay. So when you look too much at your competition, you actually start to look like your competition. deep. I know I have fallen prey to that before. When I look too much at the competition, I could start looking like it. And that was me, especially in the beginning of my channel, in the beginning of my business, when I was in the ESL world, I was looking at everybody else. What are they doing? What are the kinds of videos they're making? And I would watch the videos, and it really hurt me in the end because I thought I had to look like them when my superpower was that I shouldn't look like them. Right? So I really recommend that you actually go and unfollow competitors that don't help your creativity. If you often compare yourself to them, or you look at what they're doing, you're like, oh, I should have done something like that. Goodbye. See you later. Unfollow. Okay. I want you, it's better for your creativity, for your sanity, for your imposter syndrome. Also, please do not watch your competitors' videos. For my clients, when we do competitor research, we never look at the videos. We just look at the titles. Okay. So it's going to be really important for you to not watch those videos. It won't be helpful. You're actually subconsciously, even if you don't mean to, you're going to take some of those ideas and put them into your own video. And you want your video to show your own unique opinion and perspective of these different products. That's what makes it also stand out from the rest. Okay. You need to look inward and say, what would I want? What would I want? What's missing in this market right now? And what unique perspective do I bring to the table? And I want you to write that down right now. Like, what unique perspective do you bring to the table? Because you have one. Yes. Yes. Okay. Now, number 3 is going the extra mile. You've got to add the extra what can really allow your videos to stand out and be making more passive income and be those top videos on Instagram Reels and on YouTube is taking a little extra time on your videos. Everybody's on this content hamster wheel. Oh, I got to put out a reel a day, a TikTok, 3 TikToks a day. Like, are you kidding me? No, thank you. Right? I can put out a video, YouTube video every week. If you can go the extra mile and spend a little bit more time and make really quality content over quantity, it's going to serve you in the long end, especially if you're putting out content on a search engine like YouTube, where I've got videos that literally I posted with an affiliate link 2 years ago that still make me money because they're showing up in the YouTube search engine, and they'll continue to. So if I think of some of those, if I'd have taken a little extra more time, I could have probably be doubling those sales if I would have just, not been so rushed to put it out, knowing that it can serve me for a longer period of time. And I want, for any of you not on YouTube yet, no YouTube shorts. You can be putting your shorter content on YouTube shorts and they show up in YouTube search engine. Okay. So going a little extra mile there is going to serve you in the end. Those shorts could potentially still also show up for years to come in the search engine. Also, make your videos more engaging. You can think, and I talk about the layer of intrigue in my Go Viral video guidebook. If you've not downloaded that before, I highly recommend doing that. You can find it at heydanieJ.com/go viral. No dash in between, just go viral. And there I talk a bit about this, but I'm going to share about it now as well. It's adding those extra layers of intrigue into your video. So maybe that's like having your partner in a video, or you film in a couple different rooms. You may see some of your favorite creators doing that now, where they're filming a video and you'll see them in a different room each point they make. That adds this layer of intrigue, of interest. It's going that extra mile, and that's what's going to set you apart. Ask, how could this be more interesting to my viewers? Now, here, if you also want to screenshot, here's some layers of intrigue. And if you are screenshotting, be sure to @ me on Instagram. Woo! Okay. Make people feel FOMO that they didn't show up today. No, I'm just kidding. But not really. Layers of intrigue, of things that you can add into your videos to make them a little bit more engaging. Okay. That's why you see people putting on their makeup in videos, is because it's a layer of intrigue that keeps people watching because they want to see the final product. And you're also sharing your helpful tips or about the product at the same time. Right? Okay. So some ideas there, and you can also just get those in my Go Viral video guidebook. Now, let's talk to end a little bit about camera confidence. I want you to remember to talk to one person. You need to draw in your ideal viewer, and you're not talking to everyone. Have some comfort in knowing, I'm only showing up today on YouTube, on Instagram, on TikTok for one person. Just one person. How do you talk to a friend? Stop trying to talk to everyone and their grandma. You are not. It's only usually one person behind the camera screen. Maybe if I find something really funny, I'll go show my mom, but no, usually it's just me, right? Usually it's just us when we should be doing other things, scrolling through, right? So you need to pick one ideal customer or viewer and make content for them, and then see it like you're just talking to that favorite client, to that best friend. And if you're a past client of mine, then you know that I will call you out on this. Please say you. I know we see all these creators say guys. Who are the guys? hey guys, welcome back. It's just me here watching this video, right? Listen to this difference. Hey, I'm so glad you're here. I'm so glad you're here. Let's talk about yada, yada, yada. Or, hey guys, I'm so glad you're here. Let's talk about yada, yada, yada. Like, which one did you feel more spoken to? Obviously the one that said you. Statistically, even when we say you in our titles and descriptions and in emails, it gets more clicks, they get more reads because we were drawn in by the word you because it directly relates to us. So when you're talking to your audience, remember you're talking to one person, just say you. Don't say guys. It's my pet peeve. Now, you're not public speaking. Everybody hates public speaking. I can't remember like what's the stat of people who hate public speaking, but it's a very large amount of the population. You don't need to feel that fear of anxiety of public speaking because you're just talking to one person. So smile when you talk as well and say, this is the person I'm talking to do it. And maybe you could even say their name when you film. My clients and I, we say people's names when we film. We say, all right, today I'm going to, I'm talking to Alora, right? I'm talking to Alora and I'll think, all right, Alora's right in front of me and I'm sharing this tip with her. And you need to get yourself in that mindset before you show up on camera. And it's going to allow you to show up more authentically. Okay. You aren't showing up for everyone. You're showing up for one person. Thank goodness, right? What a relief. What a relief. Yes. Hey girl. Hey. Start scared, stay weird. Woo. How we feeling? Did we get great ideas? I'm really excited for everyone to start putting out more affiliate content. It is so helpful for your business. It's helpful for your audience, and it's great practice in putting out more content that can really drive value and allow you to build that like, no trust within your community. Woo, woo. Yes. Now, I want to talk a little bit about the SafetyWing Ambassador Program. So Sam, did you have anything that you wanted to know? Okay.
No, this is great. And then we'll save some time for some Q&A. We have some great questions.
Perfect. Okay, cool. So I wanted to share a little bit about the SafetyWing Ambassador Program because it is awesome. And so like Sam had already talked a bit about SafetyWing and what they stand for, I'm using SafetyWing now for like all my travels. Forever. And so I'm going to Portugal and I'm getting SafetyWing's plan and I feel really secure about it. And what's great about it now too, is that I'm able to share that with my following. And so as an ambassador, you can share a unique link and you can sign up for their ambassador program. They also have a really awesome Facebook group that you can sign up for as well. It's free and it's included where you can connect with a bunch of other digital nomads. So it's even worth it for that as well. But you earn a 10% affiliate fee for up to 364 days and for anyone that buys. And then usually their policies will renew. And so you can be making this reoccurring snowball of affiliate income. So super awesome. I will put the link that you can use in the description. Now you can see I have only one video where I reference SafetyWing and I talk about it for maybe 10 seconds. This isn't even a video just on SafetyWing. This is a full like 20-minute vlog where I talk about SafetyWing for 10 seconds. I've already made $50. Pretty cool. So I'm definitely going to make videos where it's like a video dedicated to SafetyWing like we've seen earlier in the workshop. And those I know will drive me way more passive income for it. But like even just mentioning it here, which is pretty cool, which you could do if you are doing certain things for the digital nomad life or referencing something, why not make money off of it as well? Right. And now in all my videos as well, I'm putting it in the links of my videos. Cool. So super worth it. Highly recommend. And what's really cool is they're offering this, this sort of win-win right now. So if you refer someone to be an ambassador and they sign somebody up, you both get $100. What? Right. So it's really worth it. And then if you sign somebody up and they get 5 people, so you'd already get that 100, and then they get 5 people total, you both of you get $500. What? So it's pretty cool. So if you are interested in doing that, then you can sign up. There's a link to it and I'll link the link in the bio or in the description box now. I have it here and ready, I'll use it. You don't have to use my link, but you can. And it's helpful for me. See what I just did there? You don't use my link, but I can, and it's helpful for me. And it's actually helpful for both of us because you can make bonuses with that, right? Awesome. All right. So I put that in there and that is the end of our shtick. I hope you learned a lot. And yeah, I think Sam, we're ready for some questions.
Yeah, we got 10 minutes. So we're going to fire through. I think I have 4 or 5 questions for you.
Perfect.
So first question
Should I stop screen sharing?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
The first question is from Christy. So very tactical question. So on the YouTube thumbnails that go with each video, are you allowed to use the logos of companies if there's no product involved? Is there any copyright issues? What are your comments on that?
Yes, I am not a lawyer, so I cannot speak to that legally. I do it. That's all I'll say. If I'm recommending a product, and it's something where I'm not, I'm talking about a product, generally I found it's okay. You can like consult with your like, your legal team or whatever, but yes, you can look into like copyright law. But if it's something where you're just usually like talking about something, then it's okay.
Perfect. And so those types of videos where it's like the A versus B, why I left A to go to B,
Yeah.
which should come first in the title? Should it be the company, your favorite company first, or last in the YouTube title? So should it be why I left A for B, or why I went back to B after leaving A? A little bit of a tongue twister there.
Yeah, that's a good question. It should be, what do you find that shows up most in search? So if you don't notice a difference, then it's okay, because what's nice is most algorithms, and I know YouTube's algorithm is definitely this way, and Google as well, is where you want the main phrase to come first, right? That's going to be the most helpful for you. It's sort of like blogging, but it's okay if it's in a different order. That doesn't mean it's not going to still be able to show up for people in search. It will kind of jumble things around. So if you have this word here and this word here, it's still going to know in the algorithm that like it means the same thing.
Perfect. Do you have any best practices in terms of the frequency of promoting a company so that you don't seem too spammy, but that it's organic? Maybe on a monthly basis, talking about just SafetyWing, for example.
Yeah. So that's a super good question. That's why I think it's important to if you don't, first off, you don't always want to be promoting the company, because then people associate you with that company. So it is important. If you have a main company where like affiliate links is your full thing, then it's okay to talk about them a lot, but then you have to be you have to show that you're not super biased. You have to share the bad. And I think if you are sharing some of the bad things with the good things, you can share about it more. But if it's just like only really good and like, oh, hey, like this is a really good deal right now, you should check it out, then you can talk about it. I would say, like, yeah, once a month is probably good. And if they've got like a really big event going on where you have a higher payout and they've got a good discount, then for sure, like talk about it once a week, even, because it's helpful for your audience. So I always talk about links more when they're having really good discounts or giveaways, then I'll share more. But I want to be really careful that I'm not overly sharing, because then that takes away from my own product and my own brand.
That makes sense. Okay, perfect. Two more. Andrew has a YouTube channel and wants to reach two different types of audiences. So wants to reach potential students, but also wants to reach teachers. Is it okay to have multiple audiences for one YouTube channel?
Yes. So that was, you said students and teachers?
Yeah. How would you do that? Any suggestions?
Yeah. So I always recommend to mainly just focus on one audience. That's what you'll pretty much always hear from me. One audience, one channel. Sometimes though, your videos can intermingle. So a video that your students would like, teachers would also like. So they can mix together, but I do think if you're really trying to scale your channel, if it's not well established right now, it's going to better serve you to pick one in the beginning. Like pick one and stick with it, build it up, and then you can move on to the other. But it's really just, I think, too overwhelming to try and be putting out two different types of content for two different types of audiences. It even will get you confused, and it will get your audience a bit confused, right? So start off with one, master it, and then move on. And that's always worked really well for me.
Amazing. Really great advice. What about affiliate programs like Skimlink? I think that's very similar to like Share a Sale. They're not necessarily associated with the brand itself. What are your thoughts on these? How does that work?
Skimlink, is that like to know it?
I would guess. I'm sure it's something similar like that, where it's not the actual brand, but it's more one of these marketplaces where you can join various affiliate programs. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah. If it's like, I think it is, yeah, that's like to know, where you can like promote products that you bought yourself that you really like and get the link. I think that's totally fine. Again, if you can do it in a way that it's beneficial for your audience. So like a lot of people who are into fashion, that's their whole shtick. So, it's totally okay to recommend those things. If that's not your niche, then if you start recommending products just to recommend them that don't fit your target audience, then people will get like an icky feeling. They won't like it. And that's all you want in a brand, is for people to know, like, and trust you, right? So you never want to do anything to harm that for an affiliate program for a business that isn't you. So yes, I would say you can use them. Like, I'm a member of Like to Know It, because there are certain clothing brands that I love, and I'm making a capsule wardrobe right now that I'm going to share to my audience. But again, even that capsule wardrobe like has to do with something that my audience would be interested in. So I feel really solid about sharing those links. So as long as you can answer that checklist that we went over in the beginning, and all those things are checked yes, then totally go for it.
Amazing. Great advice. What about this is from Penny. What is an ideal posting schedule when you are just starting out?
So in general, it depends. Hey, Penny, it depends on if you are posting, like, you should be posting, I think, on YouTube in the beginning, at least every other week for longer videos. And then you could post a week too. So that would mean you'd have one long form video and then one short form video like every other week. That would be great. On Instagram, it's going to be a little different. I think if you can post, it really kind of, you ask yourself, what is doable for me that's not going to overwhelm me, where I can create quality content over just the quantity of content. So it's going to be different for everybody. In terms of affiliate marketing, it's totally up to you. If you're getting on YouTube and you want all of your videos in the beginning to also somehow relate to an affiliate link, I think that's totally fine, especially if you're doing more how-to videos that directly relate to your target audience. Like we said, it's like a little bit of a sneakier way that not only builds your like, know, trust because you're teaching something, but also can get people into a link. Like, those are great videos to do, and they'll always build up your trust even using links. So I think there's no limit, but you do have to be asking yourself, like, is it quality? Am I taking that extra time, right, to add that oomph? If yes, then put it out. Hopefully that answered that question.
No, I think it was great. Final question from Haley. One I always get to: how important is it to niche down? So for Haley, she believes she's lifestyle technically, lots of different videos and lots of different things. How important would it be for her to start niching?
Can you say that one more time?
So Haley creates videos on lots of different types of things. Her overall vibe would be as like lifestyle. How important is it for her to start niching and get more specific in her videos?
Yeah, lifestyle. Sorry, the squirrel brain in me couldn't look at the comments and listen at the same time. It's just, yeah.
It's the last one, I promise.
I'm a horror on podcast. Okay. Yes. So, Haley, I would say you should definitely, lifestyle is too broad. So think about, I like the example of like a yoga instructor wanting to get on YouTube and create yoga videos. You have so much competition, right? You put out top yoga poses to do. No, it's going to be virtually impossible. Your odds of showing up in the search engine anywhere are so small. But if you were to make a video that's niche, again, we've got to think of that. And if you don't want to think about it like a niche, think about it like the one person you're talking to. That's going to be really helpful for you. So like, who am I talking to? I am talking to a 28-year-old female who's pregnant for the first time. So my video instead could be top yoga poses for first-time pregnancies. Ooh, in the first trimester. Oh, like, that's so specific, right? That pulls in somebody that has a way higher likelihood of showing up in the algorithm than just like, here are some nice yoga poses. Same thing with lifestyle stuff, right? Like, you've gotta make it specific, or you just have no chance. And so that's why you'll see, like, don't ever look at the biggest channels and think like, that's what I should do. You need to more be looking at like smaller and medium-sized channels, because that's really what works. Bigger channels, they already got a big following. They can make their videos about whatever they wanted and their subscribers are going to watch, right? So you've got to be strategic about it.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much, Danie. There's so much wisdom here and you have awesome energy. I think we can all agree, who's still here. And you kept us right till the end, because that's how you qualify for that amazing prize. And so we're going to be sending out a replay email with all of this stuff. With the winner will be decided in the email as well. So definitely look out for that. And then at SafetyWing, we're doing a regular series of these webinars exclusively for our SafetyWing ambassadors. So we want to organize live events every single month. Keep an eye out for that in your inbox for future dates. We want these to be super practical, just like the one today, where you can really use this information to enhance your brand, increase your earnings, improve your content skills. So please look out for that. Thank you so much, Danie. You were awesome.
Thank you so much, everyone, for coming. Thanks, Sam. Thanks, Carlota. Yes. And if you have any questions, be sure to hit me up on Instagram. And yeah, like I think, and Carlota wanted to make sure that I remind everyone that people put in a lottery, and that's how it'll get chosen. And then, yeah, it'll get sent out.
Amazing. Okay. Thank you so much. I'm going to stop the recording here.